Hello YouTube family, how are you doing? I know I have not been on here in a while. I've been very busy. 2019 has been a great year. No complaints. I definitely like to come on here and discuss with you guys updates in business, tips, technology enhancements, so forth. I'm truly a blurty girl. But I'm Ronic West. I'm the founder of Arthur Limited LLC, co-founder of my local Black Chamber. I focus on business management, business startup, and business process improvement. And it was so important that I made time to make sure I drop a video on the changes that are coming to Facebook, Instagram, and then they also, of course, on the platform WhatsApp. So it may be changes there, but the F8 conference is really, of course, the topic right now because a lot of changes are coming, which are going to affect business owners and entrepreneurs, which are you. So let's get right into this topics and updates. Now, I'm going to talk on an article. I've been reading a lot of different things on it. Also, I'm going to do another broadcast about IBM Watson, which is the artificial intelligence IBM has. It's a lot of technology that is coming that is going to change the way business happens, small, large, medium, period. Doesn't matter what field you're in, either artificial intelligence is going to touch everything across the board. But back on to what is going to happen with Facebook and what you're going to see in 2019. And you can reference this article in my link tree. So go to linktree/Arthur Unlimited and let's get right into it. So Facebook Messenger app is going to be completely redid. It's going to be rebuilt to be faster, lighter app. Also, it's going to enhance the video capabilities inside Messenger. So if you're watching the video on your Messenger app, then you're going to be able to invite people on, chat about the video with people that you're connected with on Messenger and so forth. So for everybody that's still using Messenger on their phones, or if you're using Facebook mobile on your mobile phone, you're probably noticing some of the changes already. Sounds like they announced it and then they immediately did the changes. So some people are like, whoa, they changed Facebook. So this is where it's coming from, the FA conference. Messenger, if you're a person like me who doesn't use Facebook apps on their phone, but I do use it on my desktop, we're going to have a Messenger app for desktop. So it's coming. I guess I'm going to have to download something onto my desktop to make sure I can still get my messages and go from there. But that is also another change. It's really interesting too. They definitely are getting into the Zoom-like capabilities with ever their video calling and so forth, and the conferencing style calls that are really taking off. I'm a big Zoom user, a big free conference call user. Free conference call was my number one choice until Zoom really became popular, and then I switched to Zoom. So Zoom is like my number one, and free conference call is my backup. So that's kind of how I play those, but I've been using virtual apps for virtual conference call systems or video conference systems for quite some time now. But Facebook's definitely getting into the game as well. So this is going to be interesting to see how that takes off and how it does. More story visibility for your friends, family, and close friends. So I've been following all the updates for a while now. Even though I'm like, I use Facebook only for business now. I don't use it for personal interaction at all. But I have to stay up to date because my clients and so forth of what's happening. So I'm always like listening to conferences and so forth about kind of the updates so I can stay on track with it. I've been hearing about Facebook having dedicated spaces for business, for family, friend connections and so forth for about a year now. So it sounds like they're there and they have figured it out. All the testing is done. And so it's going to be happening this year. They literally announced that there's going to be dedicated spaces for your family, friends, and closest contacts. So I'm not quite sure how that's going to look, but I imagine you're going to have to click into certain places to see certain things at this point. So entrepreneurs, business owners, get prepared for that. More things are going to happen other than the algorithm changes that you have been experiencing. Facebook redesign. So if you're on a mobile app, you've already kind of seen some of the redesigns if you've been updated so far yet. And usually it gets rolled out to the Apple users first, and the Android comes in, and then they're going to do some PC updates as well. So everybody's going to experience the changes from these major changes that Facebook is doing right now. Groups are still going to be a very popular item on Facebook. So if you are a group user, I know a lot of people created groups when the algorithms really hit heavy in 2014. So a lot of us, of course, encouraged our business owners, entrepreneurs to really have groups and interact with their customers or their engaged followers through groups. That's the way to really connect with them so the algorithms really wouldn't slow them down. But we know that algorithms got introduced into the groups as well. I don't know if you guys are aware of that, but that started about a year and a half ago. And it sounds like groups are still going to be around. They're also going to make it more easier to use the groups. I think groups are going to kind of be like a main thing in Facebook now. So they're going to kind of put them more in highlighted view on the news feeds and so forth. So those changes seem to be going to be interesting to see that the groups are going to get more of a play going here forward. And then they're also going to make suggestions off of what they believe you may be interested in for a group. So more to come there. Continue to watch it. Watch about group features and how the changes happen. So for all the heavy group users, I think you're still good right now. So we'll see what continues to happen. I know some other things that they not mention here, but we're starting to see the banning of different people, platforms, and so forth. So for me, I'm a social entrepreneur. I'm more about knowledge and content. I don't really use social media to connect with my closest friends and family. I like to interact with them personally. So for me, I use social media for that knowledge, social content perspective. And I kind of knew that they were going in a direction where they will be probably limiting what you can get and removing some content. So for me, social media is probably going to be like just used for business, which means I'll be on there, but it won't be like something I would probably like make a lot of useful, because all of us are using artificial intelligence today to really help with our businesses running. So we don't necessarily have to be on the platform for that piece. So that's going to be interesting to see how that goes, and the banning and everything, and how engaged people stay with social media. Because a lot of people are really into what affects them, what affects their community today, what affects their health, what they're eating, so forth. No matter what their professional life is, business life is, or whatever, people are really more on the guideline of, I want to understand what's really happening in the world, and I want to trust what's going on, and I want to hear it from a source that I feel is truthful and, not sugarcoating things. So it's interesting because I feel like they're going to remove a lot of stuff that people are probably more engaged in on social media. So I don't know how that's going to go. But we'll see how this continues to trend out and play out. So I know you guys probably notice this changes whenever you watch this video. We'll see how it happens. Also, Facebook has been tracking you guys. Like we all know, Facebook tracks your data. That's how they know what to tell the marketers to, like myself, and business owners, to how to get in contact with you, what you may be interested in. But they can tell that you've been slipping into people's DMs. So guess what? Facebook's coming out with a dating app. So you can officially date on Facebook now through a dating app. I just slip in somebody's DM. I'm not a social media dater, but I understand if you don't have a lot of time and the internet's the best way for you to meet somebody, you're going to have an app for that on Facebook. Shopping directly from Instagram. This is a very interesting topic. Just a couple quick things that, if you don't know, I follow a lot of government policies because of the arenas I'm in. A couple of years ago, they've been making sure that they can tax influencers accurately. So you're going to continue to see apps, social media being updated to ensure they can track what you are selling, how you're interacting, what are you doing on social media. This is one way to track it. I'm a nerdy girl, process improvement. I work on projects all the time and things of nature, enhancing things, technology as well. And so this is definitely a button and a feature for you guys to use for your customers. They're going to be able to see the products and so forth, and you're going to be able to order directly from Instagram, but it's going to be a way for them to track and get data. So we know Facebook's a big data mining, collecting company. Most people know that at this point. 10, fundraising and Instagram. So you're going to be able to fundraise also on Instagram. They're going to add an Instagram button for fundraising. So it's going to be interesting to see these buttons. And we know when we add things, you're usually going to lose something. So they're not saying what they're going to remove. They're just telling you what they're going to add right now. So we'll see fun changes to continue to happen. Of course, for everybody who loves the selfies and still loves to take pictures, Instagram is enhancing its camera. So you're going to be able to do some fun things with your photos and so forth. So you'll probably love it. But word on the Instagram streets is the likes are going away, which I think is a really great thing, honestly, for social media. It's too much data out there. Social media really does hurt personally, kids, adults, and everybody. Business, entrepreneur wise, it is great, but it's very hurtful for people. So as they continue to go on to the human aspect of social media, you'll start seeing tailoring around things like likes, followers, stuff like that. You'll probably be able to see it, but it won't be visible to your followers and everything. I can see a lot of social media is going in this direction because it's just too much bad happening right now. Facebook, video calling services. I talked about that earlier. And then if you're a VR headset person, I'm a nerdy girl, but I don't use a lot of technology. I can see myself really like being on a farm one day with the chickens, but still know everything about the technology part and understand what's going on. I think I just value privacy over everything else. So that's just me. And I understand because I'm in it a lot of times. I get how much data is like just out there. So my word to you, if it's on your phone, it's not private. Just live by that. Doesn't matter what social media or what you got blocked, what's not visible, if you got it in the cloud or whatever. Trust me, they can access anything that's on your phone. They can hear you too. So most people know that, of course, too. So I'm not telling you anything new. But that is truly pretty much the updates for Facebook. F8. Make sure you go ahead and research if you're a marketer, if you're a Facebook user, if you're an entrepreneur, business owner. Are you still going to use Facebook? Let me know, guys. Are you thinking about getting away from the platform? With all the changes that are going to happen, you're definitely going to have to change the way you're going to marketing to your clients, your clientele, as the changes come in. Like a lot of people have adjusted through the algorithm changes and so forth. And since they've been under so much hot water because of the government in the last election and so forth, these changes were in the works actually for years. They just finally have gotten to a point where they've tested the data, it's perfected. They're getting ready to roll it out to all the users in the US. They always test, just so you guys know, they're always testing in smaller markets, and then they roll it out to like the main users. So they're getting ready to roll this out, but they're testing probably what's going to roll out in 2020 already in the smaller markets. So that's usually how most businesses are. They're testing things behind the scenes before they roll it out, and then they roll it out. So that's what Facebook does on a regular basis. So if you know anybody in the smaller markets that get to test, maybe you can start getting some insight or connect with some folks that's in the smaller markets saying, hey, what's going on with your Facebook app right now? Are you a tester? So that's a good little tip on how to find out what's in the know and what's coming up. Now, if you want to connect with me, if you need business structure, you're starting your business, or business management, you can do that by going to Linktree/R3 Unlimited and just click on schedule your appointment. And I would love to help you, me or the team. Other than that, this is a Facebook update. I had to give you the hot news that's dropping, all the changes that are happening in 2019. Hopefully you're having a great 2019. And remember to continue to build. I will talk to you guys later. Have a blessed one.